What's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, you guys. Already know what this is. This is The Walking Dead, Season 8, Episode 3. I don't remember the name of it, but it will be in the description bar. I promise you that. Let's talk about this episode. This episode was the epitome of why this show bothers me. I have a love-hate relationship with The Walking Dead because I do think that they just overcomplicate things with all of these emotional storylines. Like, I just don't understand. First of all, my MVP for this episode is gonna be Daryl. I have always liked Daryl. Daryl is played by Norman Reedus, and Norman Reedus is gonna have his own little show, you know, after The Walking Dead. I don't know how long it's gonna be on, but he's gonna have his own little show, riding with Norman Reedus, or on the road with Norman, or something like that, where he's taking a motorcycle all across the country and taking pictures with Walking Dead fans and stuff. And I say kudos to Norman Reedus. And kudos to Daryl. Daryl was like, we ain't doing the prisoner thing. I don't have time. The way my bike's set up, it's not set up for a whole group of hostages and slash prisoners slash surrenderers. Nah, everybody gets it. Everybody catches a bullet. Okay, everybody catches a bullet. If you don't catch a bullet, you get an arrow. Shout out to Daryl for that. Okay. But the episode is going to each one of the locations, each one of Negan's outposts. They have descended on it. You know, all the ones that were on that list, they have descended on those outposts, and they are in attack mode. Of course, the gay couple, that was a sad scene. Y'all know last episode, the one that stayed home all the time, he ended up getting shot. Well, on this episode, you know, his lover helps him to the tree. They have a tender moment about loving each other, and you go back into the fight. Now wait here. After all the fighting was done, he go back to get his bae from by the tree, and there's a little piece of blood. There's blood on the tree, and the gun is laying there, and he is like, oh no, you know, like, did someone take him? But why would they leave the gun? You know, once you see the gun left there, you kind of know what's going on, because guns are so valuable that people don't just leave them. And he looks across the field, probably about 50 feet away or so, maybe more, 100 yards, let's say that, maybe about 100 yards away, and he could see his man walking, just walking, you know, with his back to him. He dead as hell. And oh, it was a sad moment, I have to say. It was a moment of sadness, you know, because he loved him. And now, you know, he just, not only is he dead, but he a walker. And it's a lot of walkers. Like, he is walking towards his people. So it's a whole bunch of walkers that are going by. And if he were to shoot his bae, and just to put him out of his misery so he won't be this walker, it will bring all the other walkers towards them. And so the guy stops him from shooting. There's a guy there who was super cute, by the by. Stops him from killing his bae. And it was so sad, y'all. It really, really was. They really loved each other. And it's hard enough to find your soulmate in a world full of people. But in a world where most of the people are the Walking Dead, you know what I'm saying? And you got to choose amongst the living, somebody to love and be in your lifestyle. Like, who wants to do that? Like, who wants to start over with that bull crap? Straight, straight, gay, don't matter. Don't nobody want to start over. So, in the end, he's the one that ends up taking baby Gracie back to the hilltop where Maggie and those are. So let's talk about Maggie and those. Well, Eugene, old Jellyback, ex-leader of the hilltop, he is at the gate. He lying about where Gabriel is, and he doesn't know who Gabriel is, and he just found this car and got in, and he came back to the hilltop and lied his way in, and Maggie and them let him in. I said, y'all gonna get enough. y'all won't get enough of all of this mercy. I'm telling you, it's a time and a place for everything. And right now, all this mercy y'all passing out, I don't know. I don't know. I got pissed off with White Jesus this episode, even though I am a little worried about Lord, why won't his name stick in my head? The dude with the stick, the one that's going a little loco. He ends up leaving the group, you know, or lightly threatening to leave the group. I don't know. I won't know till next episode if he really left the group. But they end up in this big fight because they walking on their way back to where Maggie and those is. They got all the people that surrendered from the outpost that they invaded. They got all the people they surrendered tied up, rope tied up to the hands. Some walkers come. Of course, some of the people that surrendered got killed. They had to shoot the walkers. A whole line of them ran off. One of the dudes that was in the line was a dude that was kind of tormenting old boy with the stick. And now he's run off. You know, he knows that White Jesus says that the dude with the stick can't kill him, so he been torturing her. And now that they running off, old dude with the stick go after him. And really all he had to do was kill the man in the back, and the rest of them wouldn't be able to run because you got dead weight. Now they all tied together. But who am I to look at the logical points of this show, okay? And they, you know, he wanted to kill them all. Man with the stick wanted to kill them all. And him and White Jesus end up fighting because White Jesus was like, no, we're not killing them. We're taking them back. On a side note, I think White Jesus is gay. So, you know, it might work out between old boy that lost his husband and White Jesus. I'm just saying, if you need love, White Jesus right here. Okay, so anywho, so there was that whole situation and that conversation. That was a long fight. I was like, okay. Still no Negan, still no Gabriel. So back where Black Jesus was in Carol, boy, he is passing out the soliloquies like pieces of chicken, baby. Okay, he is. Not one of us shall fall today, not one of us shall die today, not one shall fall by, you know. And they are doing good. The people surround them. They got somebody surrounding them. Kill all of them. Everybody they coming across, they killing them. Okay? And Carol is smiling. She's starting to kind of let down her guard. She's like, okay, yeah, not one of us has been killed. We've had a couple of skirmishes today. None of us have been killed. This is going to be all gravy, right? So, right there towards the end, this is actually the last scene. White Jesus kind of looks up and he sees there's some movement, and he's just like, everybody get down, because see, all the people they've killed, now they've got to go and you know, stab them in the brain because they'll turn into walkers, you know, and then, you know, you got a whole nother set of problems, right? And yeah, so it was pretty bad. And whatever that was, whoever that was, they had all guns pointed. And although they looked like they leapt on Black Jesus, his people, to protect him, that was a lot of arrows. You know, the last thing he said was everybody hit the deck. And it ain't looking good for Black Jesus, you know. And, you know, it is a good point. You can be as upbeat as you want about a situation, but if you're not realistic about what's really happening with you or what's really going on with you, you're going to be sorely disappointed. You know, being optimistic is one thing, keeping a positive attitude is the one thing, but you got to always be realistic about where you are, like the soil that you're standing on. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. The most infuriating to me part of this whole episode, you guys, is that conversation between Morales and Rick. Like, who the hell? You know what I'm saying? What was all that conversation about? I mean, it was such to me. I know they want to make it seem deeper, and some of the things that he said made reference to something we're gonna see later on, or something that happened. And remember when this happened? I just don't see see how this can be that complicated. I really don't. He obviously has a definite anger towards Rick, and he obviously you know, is on Team Negan. Rick even asked him, are you Negan? And he said, I am Negan. Yeah, after he goes through his long track. So yeah, to answer your question, I am Negan. And you know, he makes Rick put his guns down. Daryl come in and shoot the man in the head, and Rick is like, no. I'm like, Rick, if you don't get your shit together, remember, this is war. Okay, so they didn't find the gun, so the guns are still out there. These weapons that they've been looking for that could be ultimately their destruction, they're still out there somewhere. There was a guy after Rick and those had cleaned up everything at the outpost that they were in. He gives little baby Gracie to the gay guy who lost his husband earlier on in the day. And you know, they get shot at. Turns out there's a guy behind the tree. Well, Rick makes the guy a promise, gives him his word that he's going to, if he tell him what he want him to know, come on out, put your gun down, tell us what you want, what we want to know, and you can get in this car behind us and go on about your business. We ain't gonna say nothing to you. And Rick gave him his word. It was this long speech about a man's word is all he had. As soon as he told Rick that they had moved them guns 2 days earlier, Daryl shot him in the head. I was like, exactly, Daryl. We ain't got time for this bull crap. We don't have time for this. We really don't. So that was really all that happened on this episode. Like I said, it's not a lot. It's a lot of filler. It's a lot of conversation about emotionalism, and you know, all of these Easter eggs people are talking about that are hidden in. You know, I don't know. So you guys, let me know what you think about The Walking Dead down below. What did y'all think about the episode? Do y'all think they just giving us a bunch of filler episodes, and we're gonna go this whole season and they not gonna fight Negan really until the end of the season? Y'all tell me what you think. Okay, you guys, I gotta do Married to Medicine. So until next time, honeybees, I'll holla.